opposing the claim that the internet is detrimental to people's face-to-face interaction skills. My opponent's first claim was people are overusing the internet. His second claim was that online a person may be brazen, charismatic, and witty. And third, so in reality, the internet has improved communication between people, such as they spend. My opponent claimed that people spend less time with their friends and family. Actually, the internet has allowed family members to communicate over long distances. An example of this is www.bootsontheground.com, which allows families of Iraqi soldiers to communicate them through text, calling, as well as Skype, such as video chat. And another point was slacking off in the workplace. The internet has improved educational and professional levels, such as ebooks, where books are transferred from pages to actual internet, such we have on campus, where you can look them up instead of having hundreds of thousands of books that you have to look through manually to find them. Also emailing, which is a lot easier to send attachments or information to coworkers, friends, family, anyone. My opponent's second claim was, online a person may be brazen, charismatic, and witty. The internet can be used as a confidence builder for many people who are shy and afraid to talk. An example of this is eHarmony, where people are able to find their loved ones based on characteristics that they find appealing and similar interests. My opponent stated an example of someone that is shy. Someone that is shy and would lose their personal skills because they'd be on the internet, and they would act confident on the internet, but in fact they're shy. But by being confident on the internet, they can help build their confidence in themselves and be able to talk to people. The day writer writes, he writes about the use of internet. It disgenders and it allows the focus on the individual's choices. Meeting people face to face, however, creates bounds and standards. It also significantly requires more effort to project a social particular image. People may accept or reject you, and the effects are big to the individuals. So when meeting people face to face, first impressions aren't often the first words. We're often base of people on what we see, and then that can affect our opinion of them. Like, even if they're totally right, you say, oh, I don't like how they look, I don't like how they dress, I don't like how they talk, and that could disclaim anything. And then the communication possibilities that have been created by the internet have eliminated wasteful practices of the past. The gas prices in 1990 were $1.19. As of right now, the average U.S. gas retail price is $3.80. I'm bringing this in because before the internet, people would have to they'd have to go visit somewhere far away from the country, like say someone from the U.S. wants to bring a design to Japan or China or India, they'd have to fly over there to see them. Now they can just go on video chat and talk to them, saving thousands and millions of dollars. Emailing paper saves thousands of trees as well as time. You can send it to multiple people at once. And then conference calls, you can, an example, I work at Lawns, and the corporate talks to like 10 different managers at once. And so they can spend more time on their individual stores instead of being on the conference call. And I'm going to conclude with the internet is proving to be invaluable to the communication of the 21st century.
What was the time?
4:30.
All right, you labeled the main and secondary points, although it was a little bit confusing when you were talking about the secondary points. I wasn't sure what that second of those points was, and it just seemed like you were kind of summarizing it, not stating what the claim was. The issue of the first point, you basically are dealing with a counterclaim suggesting that it improves the ability of families to connect with each other. I like the example that you've got there. It's an abstract example. There aren't any particulars. One of the problems that I see in a lot of the speeches, there's never any challenge to the evidence or reasoning used by the advocate. All of your speech consists of counterclaims on these points. And these counterclaims don't necessarily mean that the advocate's main claim is true. For example, your claim that it could have a benefit with families that are separated, and you use the example of boots on the ground as an illustration. Well, that could be true, but the advocate's point could also be true. How does your point disprove what the advocate said? I think that you need to have a clearer explanation and application of those kinds of issues. And that sort of problem comes up in several places, because even though you've got good counterclaims, you're not always explaining how the counterclaim undermines the claim that the advocate is presenting. All right, I'm going to keep it short.